Hey everyone, it's the Land Coast Railfanner here, and today I wanted to start a series just to keep my channel at least posted. And this series I'm going to be calling Let's Talk Trains with ACR, where we'll be doing a lot of train talk about certain locomotives, certain railroad lines, and anything other like tourist railroads and all that stuff. So I figured what better way to start this series off than talking about the EMD SD40-2 locomotive. Let's get started. Let's get into history about the SD40-2 to begin. The SD40-2 was introduced in January 1972 as part of EMD's -2 series, competing against the GE U30C and the Alco Century 630. Although higher horsepower locomotives were available, including EMD's own SD45-2s, the reliability and versatility of the 3,000 horsepower SD40-2 made it one of the best-selling models in EMD history, edged only by the GP9, and the standard of the industry for several decades after its introduction. The SD40-2 is an improvement over the original SD40 with modular electronic control systems similar to those of the experimental DDA-40X. Peak production of the SD40-2 was in the mid-1970s. Sales of the SD40-2 began to diminish after 1981 due to the oil crisis, increased competition from GE's -7 series, and the introduction of the EMD SD50, which was available concurrently to the late SD40-2 production. The last SD40-2 delivered to United States Railroad was built in July 1984, with production continuing for railroads in Canada until 1988, Mexico until February 1986, and Brazil until October 1989. Now let's get into the technical details with the SD40-2. First off, it rides on a C-C wheel arrangement, which in Commonwealth terms is CO-CO. The CC means it's 6-axled. The SD40-2 is 68 feet 10 inches long, 10 foot 3 1/8 inches wide, and has a height of 15 feet 7 1/8 inches. The locomotive weighs about 184 tons, which is 368,000 pounds. Its fuel capacity can vary between 3,200 and 4,000 gallons. The SD40-2 runs with an EMD 16645E3 V16 turbocharged engine and prime mover, capable of producing 3,000 horsepower. A total of 4,175 units were built during its span between 1972 and October 1989. Its maximum speed is 65 miles an hour, which is also 105 kilometers an hour. Its starting tractive effort is 115,000, with its continuous tractive effort being 82,100. Now let's talk about several other variants of the SD40-2. First, there's the SD40-T-2. This variant of the SD40-2 was created for several Western railroads for extended periods in tunnels and snow sheds. Originally purchased by Southern Pacific and Rio Grande railroads, these were transferred to the Union Pacific in 1996. Similar to the SD40-2, the SD40-T has a 16-cylinder EMD 645E3 diesel engine producing 3,000 horsepower. Only 312 SD40-Ts were built for North American railroads between April 1974 and July 1980. This locomotive and the SD45-T-2 are popularly called tunnel motors, but EMD's term is the SD40-2s with cooling system modifications, because they were designed for better engine cooling in mountainous areas. The difference between this locomotive and its non-tunnel motor cousin, the SD40-2, are the radiator intakes and radiator fan grills located at the rear of the locomotive. There is also the SD40-2W, which is simply Canadian National's exclusive wide cab version. Like how CN had the SD40-2Ws, Canadian Pacific had a cowl body version called the SD40-2F. For rebuilds, let's start with Norfolk Southern's Admiral cab version. These versions are just converted cabs from ex-Southern and ex-NNW SD40s that had either long hood forward control or a dual control stand. There's also the SD40-3. There are several SD40-3 variants, but I'm talking about the ones that CSX has. These are just SD40-2s with special cabs and more safety features, but all in all, the CSX SD40-3s have the same specs as the regular SD40-2. The cab's square shape earned the CSX SD40-3s the nickname SpongeBob Square Cab. There's also the SD40E3. This special version of the SD40-2 is a fully rebuilt body and engine that's basically a Tier 3 emissions compliant version of the SD40-2. It's fitted with an EMD 12710 prime mover and has several electrical and mechanical upgrades to it. And finally, there's the BB40-2. This unusual version is exclusively found in Brazil, and the difference is that it's narrow gauge, the frame is extended, it has a B plus B plus B wheel arrangement. The same also applies for a tunnel motor version, the BB40T-2. So tell me, what do you guys think of this series? I do apologize if I did stutter a few times. It's because I tend to read very fast and, I just stutter a lot. So tell me what you guys think of this series, like if I should keep it going or something. And if I did read any wrong information, that's my bad on my side. I do look up sources, and I got most of this information off the internet, obviously, mostly from Wikipedia. So let me know what you guys think. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed this. Atlantic Coast Rail Fenner out.